Yo, Cardi B just did the unthinkable on a packed Charlotte stage. The Bronx Queen grabbed at MIC, looked her own fan base dead in the eye, and basically told hip-hop, it's been real, but I'm out. She's not hinting. She's not teasing. She's leaving. And the people who spent years rooting against her? Brew, they really thought they were running her out, when the whole time SHE was planning the exit, on her terms, with her money and her culture. These rap girls picked the worst possible moment to keep poking the bear. Before we get into it, subscribe, don't miss it. Nah. Belcalis Almánzar, Cardi B herself, told a sold-out Charlotte crowd on a Little Miss Drama tour that after her upcoming third English album, she's fully switching over to the Spanish market, dropping the now viral line, I speak money in English and Spanish. The announcement went down April 12th during the North Carolina tour stop, and it hit social media within minutes. These female rappers who've been chasing her clout really thought they had time. Now let's look at the receipts that show why this was already in motion. Okay, y'all, let me walk you through this, because when I tell you the quotes are wild, I mean it. Start with the Charlotte moment itself. Mid-show, Cardi straight up told that crowd, you know I speak money in English and in Spanish. B-H. After this album I'm putting out, I'm going to the Spanish market. I ain't talking no more English. When I heard that, I rewound it 3 times. She wasn't drunk. She wasn't joking. That was a business announcement dressed up like stage banter. Then she doubled down, calling it her little Karacha Selena moment, telling the crowd they got a lot of Spanish money waiting for me down there. I'm going to go get it. Bro said what? Invoking Selena on stage is not a casual move. That's a planting a flag. Every rap girl who thought this was a phase? That's where you lost the plot. Now rewind to July 1st, 2022. Cardi pulled up on Angie Martinez's show and told her straight up, I feel like that more pressure to me. Admitting the Latin world wanted the album, but the stakes scared her a little. She wasn't bluffing even back then. She was already mapping it out. Fast forward to June 2024, Cardi dropped a fan poll asking the Body Gang if they wanted a full Spanish project. The answer? A resounding 79% yes. When I saw that number, I said she already has her audience built. Meanwhile, her haters are still arguing in comment sections like the data isn't public. Then there's her own Instagram caption era. I talk about money in English and Spanish. Now I'm going to get that money. Nah, you can't write that on your own page and expect the industry to take it as anything but a declaration. And look, here's a receipt nobody wants to sit with. Her album Am I the Drama was certified triple platinum by the RIA on November 17, 2025, making it the first 2025 album to hit that status. That's not an artist running away from English hip-hop because she can't win. That's a woman walking out on top. When I read the certification date and matched it with a Charlotte speech timeline. Yo, this part is wild. Now that we got the quotes, let's connect the dots. Here's where it gets sneaky. Yo, watch this timeline. That Charlotte bombshell, it dropped just weeks after the triple platinum plaque hit. That's not random. That's a woman who waited until her English resume was bulletproof before announcing the exit. Any smart person would have waited. Cardi waited and timed it. These rap girls didn't even notice the ground shifting. The 2022 Angie Martinez sit-down, that happened while everyone was arguing about whether Cardi even wanted a sophomore album. She was already 3 moves ahead. The Latin pivot was always a destination. The English albums were always a bridge. So when her rivals were out here cooking up 20-second TikTok disses, she was quietly drawing a blueprint across 4 years. That's the move of a strategist, not a reactor. Then there's the business context nobody's putting together. The Latin market just crossed $1.09 billion in U.S. wholesale revenue in 2025, the 10th straight year of growth, outpacing the overall music industry. That crossover wasn't luck. Cardi read the spreadsheet. And the fact that Cardi is half Dominican, half Trinidadian, born Belcalis Almánzar, means she isn't parachuting in like some English artist trying to cash grab the genre. She's going home. The Peso Pluma collab in 2024 wasn't a one-off either. That was the soft launch. The poll was a focus group. The Charlotte speech was a press release. The industry just watched an A-list rapper run a 4-year product launch in public, and nobody caught it until the pin hit the floor. If her opposition had real advisors, they would have seen this move coming by 2023. And here's a behind-the-scenes kicker. Cardi herself went on record saying in 2020, before she was depressed, dealing with label pressure, pregnant with Blossom, and quietly turning down festivals because she refused to perform old music. That period, the one her haters celebrated as a slump, that was her rebuilding. While they mocked her pause, she was drawing up an empire blueprint with her manager. So yeah, the same rap girls who tried her in her lowest, they were mocking the architect while she drew the castle. But here's where it gets even more interesting. Now check this out. Nobody's talking about the wording she used. Zoom into that one phrase, my little Karacha Selena moment. That word Karacha isn't just flavor. It's a scene from the Selena biopic where the Quintanilla family confronts how to split identity between two cultures. Cardi is literally telling you, in code, I'm not crossing over, I'm returning. And the rap girls who keep clowning her, they didn't even catch the reference. That's embarrassing. Next, look at the specific verb. I ain't talking no more English. Not, I'm making a Spanish album. Not, I'm adding Spanish songs. She said no more English. That's a door closing. That's a linguistic equivalent of burning the boats. If her opposition had half a brain, they would have heard the finality in that phrasing before they rushed to tweet. Now the business forensics. Notice the exact timing she named. After this album. That's not vague. The third album is already confirmed for 2026 and won't have a deluxe, meaning she locked the English exit date before she even told the crowd. That's the level of planning rappers pretend to have but don't. A lot of these rivals drop disses expecting a reaction. Cardi just told the room when her final English bow will be down to the release window. And the flow choice in her delivery is the real tell. Read the transcript. She switches into direct Spanish mid-sentence, bitch in English, then pivots into Spanish money waiting for me. That bilingual bounce isn't a gimmick. That's muscle memory. That's a woman whose first language is literally what she's crossing into. That's why her oppositions, she can't do it narrative is dead on arrival. She already IS it. These rap girls keep swinging at a ghost. One last layer. Cardi name-dropping Drake's line, get it while you here. Boy, 'cause all that hype going to feel the same next year. Boy, in her own addresses wasn't just a quote. That was subliminal. She's telling every female rapper coming for her spot. Your hype has a timer. Mine has a passport. That's the problem with her opposition. They don't read between the lines. Now let's see how the media covered this. Okay, now watch how different outlets frame the same Charlotte moment. Because the spin is telling. Complex framed it as a power move, a calculated market expansion by an artist on top of her game. They called it a strategic pivot, which lines up with the plot timeline we already pieced together. No sensationalism. Just a businesswoman doing business. Billboard took a softer, more artistic angle, framing it as reconnecting with her Dominican roots and emphasizing that it's a post-third album plan, not an immediate abandonment. Notice how they cushion the word bombshell. That's Billboard protecting the English market relationship while reporting the news. Classic industry pub diplomacy. Then you get the gossip wing, outlets and social spinning it as no more English, like it's a feud with hip-hop itself. That's a frame that feeds her opposition, because it makes her sound like she's running. Nah, look at the platinum plaque and the poll data again. That's not running. That's relocating with receipts. Now here come the counter-narrative people. Some are saying she's giving up because the English rap game rejected her. But those are the same people who thought Am I the Drama would flop, and it became the fastest female artist platinum album in recent memory. If you still think she's giving up after a triple platinum plaque, you're just biased. The media trying to spin this for her opposition, but the receipts don't lie. And the smaller Latin-focused outlets? They caught what the big blogs missed. Remezcla flagged the Peso Pluma build-up as the real beginning of this arc, meaning the Latin press has been watching this chess match for over a year while the English press is still acting surprised. That's the gap in coverage, and it's exactly why her opposition keeps guessing wrong. But here's what nobody is saying. Mainstream media wants you to believe this is a fun cultural crossover. A cute Dominican pride moment. Oh, nah, fam, let me pull back the curtain. Here's what they won't tell you. This is a hostile exit disguised as a homecoming, and it's quietly the most savage power move in hip-hop right now. Pick the angle, industry politics. The English hip-hop machine has spent the last 3 years trying to force a queen of rap conversation around a rotating cast of female rappers, pushing them into Cardi's lane, booking them against her, marketing them as a next. And you know what Cardi did? She didn't fight them. She's exiting the whole category they built around her. You can't be dethroned from a throne you already walked away from. Her opposition is playing checkers while Cardi is flipping the entire board. They are puppets, and the industry is pulling strings they are too dumb to see. Now historical pattern. This is a Jay-Z I'm a business man blueprint and the Bad Bunny globalization play rolled into one. Every rapper who tried to switch genres out of desperation flopped. But every artist who switched genres from a position of dominance became a legend. Cardi is leaving English rap triple platinum, Grammy-winning, record-breaking. We've seen this before. The artists stuck yelling into English rap TikTok wars are repeating the same mistakes that ended plenty of careers. Cardi is on the winning side of history, and her opposition is about to get left in the discount bin of 2020's rap nostalgia. Cultural impact? This move literally reshuffles the map. English hip-hop has been telling itself it's the center of the universe. But that $1 billion Latin number? That's a signal flare. Cardi going Spanish isn't her leaving the culture. It's her admitting out loud what Bad Bunny, Peso Pluma, and Karol G have already proven. The center of gravity is shifting. The rap girls still obsessing over Cardi represent the old guard that the culture is about to leave behind. This is a desperate attempt to stay relevant in an era that's already moved on without them. Psychological warfare layer, and this is where it gets nasty. Remember what Cardi herself said about that low point 2024 season? About patience? About getting dissed by girls with half her accolades? Read between the lines. The Spanish market announcement is revenge served ice cold. She couldn't clap back when she was down. So she built, she planned, she went quadruple platinum, and then she announced she's leaving their playground entirely. That's not beef. That's a masterclass in psychological manipulation. She didn't win the fight. She ended the sport. Every move her opposition makes now is predictable. They're gonna drop disses into a genre she doesn't even live in anymore. And finally, authenticity. The craziest part? Cardi doesn't even have to prove she's Latin. Belcalis Almánzar was speaking Spanish before she ever held a MIC. Her opposition keeps trying to question her realness in rap. Meanwhile, Cardi's realist identity is the one she's about to lean all the way into. Their whole persona is manufactured industry plant nonsense, and it's falling apart in real time. Cardi is rewriting nothing. She's just finally telling her real story. And that's the truth they won't tell you. So what happens next? Alright, let me paint you 3 futures, because I've been watching this too long to get it wrong. Mark my words. Scenario 1, most likely outcome. When Cardi drops her 3rd English album in 2026 and quietly rolls straight into that Spanish project, she's gonna debut top 5 on the Billboard Latin charts within a week. The Body Gang is global. 79% of them already voted yes on the Spanish project. When that happens, her English market opposition is gonna look desperate screaming into the void, trying to diss an artist who's literally not in the same genre anymore. The silence from Cardi is gonna hurt them more than any response track ever could. These female rappers are about to find out you can't beef with someone who's playing a different game. Scenario 2, alternative path. Say the industry tries to pull her back. The label leans on her. Festival money gets waived. Her opposition drops something big to bait her. If Cardi does respond in English one last time before the switch, you are not ready. Because she's gonna show up with a bilingual record that makes every English-only rapper sound local. She's gonna do what she did to every rap girl who tried her before, but this time with TWO languages of ammo. Her opposition is not ready for what's coming if she takes this seriously. Either way, Cardi wins. Either she floats into Latin stardom untouchable, or she drops one nuclear bilingual farewell track and leaves the scene looking like a ghost town. Scenario 3, industry cultural impact. Looking at the bigger picture, this is gonna be the moment the English-first hip-hop models start cracking. 5 years from now, when another black American rapper pivots to Afrobeats or reggaeton or K-pop, they're gonna cite Cardi's 2025 Charlotte announcement as the moment the blueprint went public. The majors are gonna start pressuring every bilingual artist to do a Cardi. And her current English rap opposition? They're about to become a footnote. The rappers who argued with Cardi B while she built an empire in Spanish. That's their legacy. Meanwhile, Cardi's legacy goes from one of the biggest female rappers ever to first female rapper to conquer TWO linguistic markets back-to-back. That's Hall of Fame energy. They are watching the culture move on without them, and there's absolutely nothing they can do about it. Whatever happens, one thing's clear, her position already lost. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed uncovering the real story, smash that like button and hit subscribe so you never miss when we expose what everyone else is too scared to say. Ring that bell for notifications. And if you want more truth bombs like this, click on one of these videos next. Trust me, you'll want to see what we found.